After so many memes with the press characters, we finally have an innocent unit on the horizon, the next character. Obviously, that is revealed yesterday. New apostle coming soon. It's going to be Rohne. Now, Rohne is a pretty cute character. It's a knight, it's a spy that is not that good at her job. But I want to talk about her kit based on the global leaks, because her kit on the Korean side is completely different. For some reference, she's a 2-star character in Korea. She should be a 3-star for us. So her kit will be completely revamped. We will not be showing the Korean side. We'll talk only about what's on the game files. That said, before we start, hello Degenerates, welcome back to Rohne Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and before we go into Rohne herself, new skins are finally here. Batter with the assault rifle and Batter with a, Erping with the assault rifle and Batter with the revolver are too cute. Honestly, I will buy all of these skins if they were to come to global, but God knows when this is coming, because we don't even have all the characters available for this pack, right? We're still missing Roulette. So, skins out of the way, let's talk a little bit about Rohne, her role in the meta currently for what we have in global, and how she supposedly works on the global side. Once again, take this as just a reference, because we don't know if this is the confirmed kit or not. All of that out of the way for the intro. The most important thing for any character in Trickcal: skins. She has a nice skin, which is a meme for Christmas, but already on the files for the Korean server as well, they have this. So we might be getting this skin instead for her. If this is what we're getting, it's 1,000 times better, obviously, right? Looks way cuter. I like it a lot more. But it's not confirmed, so take it as a reference and take it as oh, that's what we're getting. That's what's on the game files. Nothing else. I think that's on the game files already for global. Hopefully, that's the skin. Looks pretty nice. We'll be buying that most likely. Second thing is her kit, right? So again, her skills in the Korean server are completely different, because this is a 2-star character, and 2-star characters in Korea outside of Gavia are not great. If we talk about what's on the game file already, we can see that she is a knight, 3 stars, physical damage, frontline, innocent character. Now, when we talk about a frontline for the innocent right now in global, obviously the only thing worth talking about is Bibi, right? She's still the strongest tank in the game, even though Innocent is the weakest personality. But still, as a tank, standalone, she's the strongest tank in the game. So she cannot compete with Bibi. But it seems that what they're doing instead is making her a buffer. So her basic attack, pretty normal. Physical damage, we don't care about that. At the set chance on her enhance, she can apply a stun to the enemy for 2 seconds, depending on the percentage, and if you can increase this with cards and whatnot, might be pretty good. Then she has her freshman skill. Let's put it at level 10. There we go. She will taunt 2 enemies with the highest attack, and then reduce also their attack. Attack reduction is really useful for raids. Even if we don't talk about the taunt doesn't matter as much, even though you want to try to keep her alive, obviously, right? But the attack reduction is really good for raids. But for example, the current Elias Frontier, it cannot be silenced, so you cannot be running Shady. We are running, I think it's Kidian at the moment, just for the extra damage, but we could use something like this with the attack reduction, with the utility. Then she has her senior skill at level 10, once again, increases the attack of 1 ally with the highest attack and the defense of 3 allies with the highest attack. And this is a 38% increased attack. Assuming it's a 38% for 8 seconds, it's really good. Even the defense increase, by the way, it's really good. As a frontline, she will be able to not only act as a yummy moonflower holder for your main tank, but she will also be able to make sure everyone can stay longer alive and move your main damage dealer. Maybe it's your Epica, maybe it's your Elena for this raid, maybe you're doing something else with Momo, whatever it is, you will be able to book them. And a 38%, it's what? Like if you were to be using a max out J Codex on the passive, that's pretty good already. That's even better than running a Get Her card max out, right? Which only applies to 1 wave. So pretty good. Maybe it's even higher because this goes to level 12 on the files. Not sure on that one though. And then she has her passive, which increases defense and recovers HP every second. At level 10, this is a 1.2% of max HP. Obviously, the more combat power we have and the more HP we have, the better this gets. This is a really good passive to make sure both of your characters can stay alive. Bibi has Life Leech or Life Steal or whatever you want to call it, right? Anytime she's doing a basic attack, she can recover her own HP, and then you have Rohne that automatically will be recovering her own HP, as if she was using, for example, one of these pauldrons, which recovers how much? 2% of HP at level 1, obviously, right? If you have it maxed out, it's better. But that's pretty good. That is a passive that for a frontline that will be acting mostly as a buffer rather than a pure tank. is pretty good. The only downside I can see is that the defense move might not be going for her, because she's going to the 3 allies with the highest attack. So she might be missing her own defense increase, which might get her killed depending on your team composition, or if she was to be the only frontline you have, right? But again, we don't know that yet. So that's her kit on the files right now. She's not getting an item, so I'm not going to be talking about the Rohne's Gauntlet, because if we go back the previous video, if you guys remember, the item that we should be getting is for Xion instead. This should be, big if, a Xion and Rohne banner, both of them together. If that's the case, I think Xion is the one getting the item and Rohne is only getting this. But regardless who gets the item, honestly, so far most of them have been pretty good. I think like almost none of them were like a skip per se, right? All of them have been usable. But that said, enough yapping. That's basically how Rohne works. Not a long video because there is not much to say. She looks really cute. We will be going for 5 stars on Rohne because I am the official Innocent Shielding channel. So we'll be doing pulls live whenever her banner drops. It should be still some time away because it's 5 days left on the Picora and Azure banner. So in 5 days, we will most likely be doing pulls on live stream, going for 5-star at Rohne, trying to max it out. Enough yapping. We're live every day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with the pull, the internet. I'll see you in the next one.